Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lizards with the Most. I am your host, the one who knocks. I am the danger. And today is a continuation of the last episode where we had a couple of packs that I got from Twin, from Beckman's Games in Twin Falls, Idaho. We have today a Jumpstart booster from Dominaria United, which has 20 cards. A draft booster from Dominaria United, which has 15 cards. We have an Innistrad Midnight Hunt set booster. A Foundations play booster, which has 14 cards. The last one had 12 cards. And then finally, a Wilds of Eldraine set booster card. Card pack has 12 cards. We are going to start with not that one. That one. Because I am very interested to see what a Jumpstart booster is. What it has in it. Excuse my... I need a sturdier table. Oh boy, I am out of breath. We're going to get started with this. Let me just open up my phone. Open up the app. And by the way, the app that I use is Delver Search. Delver Search is what it is. In case anybody wants to know. So let's go ahead and start by opening this bitch up. See what we get. Have a monster territory. What does that do? A monster territory. So according to the app, it doesn't have any worth, but we're going to keep it anyway because, you know, whatever. It's cool. I have it. Keep it. First card we have is real card is Floriferous Vinewall. Floriferous Vinewall is a creature. It is a plant wall. It has defender. It says when Floriferous Vinewall enters the battlefield, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order. It is worth 14 cents. We have a Sunbathing Rootwalla, which is pretty cool. They're little frilled lizards. It is a creature lizard. It says domain 3 and a green, which means until end of turn, Sunbathing Rootwalla gets +1/+1 for each basic land type. Among lands you control, activate only once each turn. And it's worth 12 cents. Wah, wah, wah. We have Nishoba Brawler. It is a kitty cat. It has trample and domain, which means Nishoba Brawler's power is equal to the number of basic land types among land control. So I'm going to guess that domain doesn't necessarily mean the exact same thing to every single creature. It is worth 21 cents. No! Next we have Weatherseed Treaty. It is a saga. Read ahead, choose a chapter, and start with that many lore counters. Add 1 after your draw step. Skipped chapters don't trigger. Sacrifice after 3. I think that means just start on whichever one you want. Number 1 is search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield. Tap and shuffle. Number 2 is create a 1/1 green sap rolling creature token. And number 3 is domain, which means target creature you control gets +X and gains trample until end of turn, where X is the number of basic land types among lands that you control. And that is worth 25 cents. No! These cards are a little bit thicker than other cards that I usually feel. Anyway. Next is Territorial Morrow. It is a creature, elemental, has domain. Power and toughness are each equal to twice the number of basic land types in control. It is worth 15 cents. Next is Yavimaya Sojourner. It is a tree folk creature and it has domain, which means this spell costs 1 less cast for each basic land type among lands you control. It is worth 15 cents and it's quite a large penis. Next is Gaia's Might. Gaia's Might. There's an instant, it has domain. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each basic land type land type among lands you control. Fuck. It is worth 12 cents. We have some shiny lands. And 2 other lands. That one's very pretty. I like that one. But yeah, I just want to get those lands out of there. I will fart, and then later I will price those because lands are a little bit difficult to price. They're a little slow and tedious. Next is Slimefoot Survey. It is a sorcery and it has domain, which means, holy shit. Search your library for up to 2 land cards that each have a basic land type. Put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. Put up to 1 of them on top of your library and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Worth 15 cents. Go! Yes, but it's not worth anything. I mean, I'll keep it, I guess. But yeah, that's a pretty cool card. Didn't work? Didn't think so. Anyway, we have Tuin Veil Guide. It is a fairy scout. It has flying and it has celebration. Tuin Veil Guide gets +1/+0 and has lifelink as long as 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield under your control this turn. It is worth 11 cents. Next we have Bespoke Battle Garb. There's an equipment artifact. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Celebration. In the beginning of combat on your turn, if 2 more non-land permanents enter the battlefield under your control this turn, you attach Bespoke Battle Garb up to 1 target creature you control. Okay, up to. For 10 cents. Next we have Grand Ball Guest. It is the human peasant creature. It has celebration. Grand Ball Guest gets +1/+1 and has trample as long as 2 or more non-land permanent enter the battlefield under your control this turn. 10 cents. Next is Succumb to the Cold. There's an instant. It says tap 1 or 2 target creatures an opponent controls. Put a stun counter on each of them. If a permanent with a stun counter would become untapped, remove 1 from it. Yeah, we've read what stun counters are, right? For sure. Anyway, 15 cents. Very cool. Go! Next is Ice Rot Sentry. As Vigilance. Whenever Ice Rot Sentry attacks, you may pay 1 plus a blue. When you do tap target creature an opponent controls. Whenever you tap an untapped creature an opponent controls, Ice Rot Sentry gets +2/+1 until end of turn. Worth 15 cents. Go! Next is Charade of Numbing Depths. There's a legendary creature, Merfolk Wizard. When Charade of Numbing Depths enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Whenever you tap 1 or more untapped creatures your opponents control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Worth 18 cents. Go! Next is Solitary Sanctuary. There's an enchantment. When Solitary Sanctuary enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Whenever you tap an untapped creature an opponent controls, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It is worth 17 cents. These aren't worth a whole lot, are they? Next is Ingenious Prodigy. However, I already have one of these. So you're welcome to pause and look at that if you want, but next card. Next one is Vampiric Rites. I already have one of these, but it's just a different edition and a different art, which is really cool. For 1 plus a black, sacrifice a creature, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Worth 24 cents. Next is Impact Tremors. Very cool art. It is an enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, Impact Tremors deals 1 damage to each opponent. Very nice. That is worth $1.25. Next we have Foundbane Troll. It is a creature troll. When a Foundbane Troll enters the battlefield, create a monster relic. Monster roll token. Holy shit. Attached to it. When Foundbane Troll enters the battlefield, create a monster roll token attached to it. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has trample. You tap 1, sacrifice an aura attached to Foundbane Troll. Foundbane Troll fights target creature you don't control. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Activate only as a sorcery. Very cool. Yes. For 25 cents. The last card of this pack is a food token. App says it's not worth nothing. Next, we're going to do Foundations Play Booster. See if there's any basic players. There's not. Very cool. There was a long cut because the symbol in the app does not coincide with the symbol on the card. That's okay. I figured it out. First, we have Scoured Barrens. There's a land. This land enters tapped. When this land enters, you gain 1 life. Tap it, you add a white or a black. For 28 cents. Next, we have Seeker's Folly. It is a sorcery. It says choose 1. Target opponent discards 2 cards, or creatures your opponents control get -1/-1 until end of turn. It's worth 38 cents. Very nice. Next, we have Seismic Rupture. It is a sorcery. Seismic Rupture deals 2 damage to each creature without flying. Worth 28 cents. Next, we have Lathril, Blade of the Elves. It's a legendary creature. It is an elf noble. It has Menace. Whenever Lathril deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green elf warrior creature tokens. Tap this and tap 10 untapped elves you control. Each opponent loses 10 life and you gain 10 life. Damn. It is worth $3.25. Nice. Next we have Dwynen Gilt Leaf Dane. There's a legendary creature elf warrior. It has reach. Other elf creatures you control gets +1/+1. Whenever Dwayne attacks, you gain 1 life for each attacking elf you control. Holy fuck, my brain is just blah. This is worth 61 cents. We have Infestation Sage next. It is a creature elf warlock. When this creature dies, create a 1/1 black and green insect creature token with flying. Worth 28 cents. Next we have Make Your Move. It is an instant. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power of 4 or greater. It is worth 28 cents. These ones are worth a bit. Next we have Burst Lightning. It is an instant. It has kicker 4. Burst Lightning deals 2 damage to any target. If the spell was kicked, it deals 4 damage instead. It is worth 32 cents. Next we have Soul Shackled Zombie. There's a creature zombie. When this creature enters, exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. If at least 1 creature card was exiled this way, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Worth 28 cents. Very nice. Next is Tolarian Terror. It is a creature serpent. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard and has ward 2. It is a big penis. Motherfucker, it is a big penis, and it is worth 30 cents. Next is Elf Sworn Giant. Has reach and landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. It is worth 28 cents. Maybe I'll just get a shit ton of foundation packs next time I'm in Twin Falls. So that's cool. Next is Felidar Savior. There's a creature cat beast. Has lifelink. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 other target creatures you control. Very nice. That one's worth 49 cents. Next is Erudite Wizard. It is a creature human wizard. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this. I just farted, and it's worth 28 cents. So I have an issue. I have these 2 cards, right? And in the app, I cannot find them. I cannot find a spirit token with the correct symbol, but the symbol, right? And I can't find this card at all. So what the fuck? I guess I'll set them aside and see what I can find online about them, but there you go, you can look at them. There's literally nothing I can do. So that's super cool. I like that. Next we're going to do Innistrad Midnight Hunt set booster. Oh, look at that. I already have a token. Yo. Have a art piece. That's super cool. It is mountain art. Yeah, it doesn't say that it's worth anything, but that's pretty cool. I like it. Put it in my binder. Go ahead and do that. There is a basic land. Cool. Price it later. We have a bat token. We'll see if we can find that. The app says it's worth nothing, but I'm still going to put it in my binder. Maybe I should find a new app. Put in the comments below to see if I could find a new app. First card of this pack is Startle. It is an instant. It says target creature gets -2/-0 until end of turn. Create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed, which means it can't block. When it attacks, sacrifice it at end of combat. You can draw a card. It's worth 15 cents. Go! Next is Tapping at the Window. I feel like I have this card, but nothing came up. So, it is a sorcery. It says look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest into your graveyard. Flashback 2 plus a green, which means you may cast this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost, then exile it. Okay, that makes sense. It's worth 15 cents. Go! Next is Snarling Wolf. It is a creature wolf. Tap a green +1. Snarling Wolf gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. Activate only once each turn. It's worth 15 cents. Go! Almost. Tim's a good boy. Tim's a good boy. Almost. I had a Snarling something. Oh, that was. I think it was called a Wharf or something like that.
Oh, it's a 1-letter off.
Next is Pestilent Wolf. Ooh, upside down. It is a creature wolf. You tap a green +2, and Pestilent Wolf gains Death Touch until end of turn. Very cool. Worth 15 cents. Go! Tim's got rabies. Tim's a good boy, but he's sick. Next is Phantom Carriage. It is creature spirit. It has flying. When Phantom Carriage enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a card with flashback or disturb. Put it into your graveyard, then shuffle. Worth 15 cents. Go! Next is Faithful Mending. There's an instant. You gain 2 life, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Flashback for 1 plus a blue plus a white. It is worth 61 cents. Next is Hound Tamer. It is creature, human, werewolf. I like the art.
Yeah, the art is
A green plus 3. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Daybound. What is Daybound?
I think.
Oh, it is a flippy.
Found me.
That would be an interesting concept if that's what that means. But the flip side of it is a creature werewolf. It has trample. Other wolves and werewolves you control have trample. 3 plus a green. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Nightbound. It is worth 19 cents.
Go! I want to know if I'm right now.
Next is Bird Admirer. It has reach and it is daybound. It's a creature, human, archer, werewolf. Flip it over. It is Wing Shredder. It has reach and it has nightbound. Now that those are out of the way, real quick.
We're going to find out if I'm correct. So this one has attack power. Health.
3 health and 5 attack power.
Okay.
Health first. It literally just means you can choose either day or night, but it does not change during the gameplay. And so like you can choose to either have them night bound up or day bound up. All of your cards like this.
Okay, but what is the term?
I just told you what it means. It means that it's either lay your cards down day bound up or night bound up, but you cannot have either or. It has to be the same throughout the whole game. Here's another flippy card. We have Ecstatic Awakener. It is a creature, human wizard. For 2 and a black, sacrifice another creature, draw a card, then transform Ecstatic Awakener, activate only once each turn. And the flip side is Awoken Demon. It is a creature demon. Literally just has 4/4. It is worth 15 cents.
Don't! Better if it had 6.
Very funny. Next we have Unnatural Growth. It is an enchantment. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn.
Each creature.
Very cool. It's worth $2.50. Yay! Borrow Time is the next one. It is an enchantment. Wait, does this have foil? It does have a foil on it. Hold on.
How do you tell if it has a voice?
You literally see the rainbow colors?
Oh, so if it kind of just stores it.
Yeah. When Borrowed Time enters the battlefield, each target non-land permanent and an opponent controls until Borrowed Time. Wait. When this card enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Borrowed Time leaves the battlefield. It's worth 25 cents because it has a foil on it. Otherwise, it was only worth like 20, I think. We're at 47 minutes. This is the last pack that I have for today. It is a draft booster of Domineer United. We'll go ahead and open this bitch up. Okay.
By the way, my mom's gonna call me with the result.
Oh, okay.
I just wanna make sure that fucking.
I think it's Jake Paul.
One of the Paul brothers.
We are recording this on Murder Eve.
Yes, and I want them both. Yeah.
Here's the basic land card that I have. Price that later. Both?
They are both.
I can imagine Mike Tyson getting knocked out and waiting until the count of 9 before getting up. But he doesn't even get up like a normal person. He like literally just gets up like this and he goes, "Okay, Jake, it's time for my transformation. This isn't even my final form, Jake." And then he grows like 5 arms and like vampire fangs or whatever and fucking murders them and eats them alive.
I would love if that happened to both.
Yes.
And for one side, that's not me being murderous for the sake of being. I legitimately do not like them. They are scum. They give.
This channel is about Magic the Gathering, by the way. Next, we have Thran Portal. I don't like either of them either. It is a land, gate. Thran Portal enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. That's weird. As Thran Portal enters the battlefield, choose a basic land type. Thran Portal is the chosen type in addition to the other type. Mana abilities of Thran Portal cost an additional 1 life to activate. That's very strange. But it's worth $1.40. What? What thing?
It's hard.
What?
What you just read.
What about it?
2 or less.
Because that's what it reads as. That's the word for word.
I know. But, like, why don't they type that?
They?
Well,
I thought you said I. Like you use an I.
I did say you, but I meant, like, that.
Next is Tori, the Avant Fury Rider. It is a legendary creature. It is Human Knight, Vigilance, Trample. Whenever this card attacks, all other attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Other red attacking creatures you control gain Trample until end of turn. Untap each other white attacking creature you control. It's worth 20 cents.
No! Is it the writer?
Probably the writer.
There's other animal cards. Don't act like I'm stupid.
Well, okay. So look
you
at this.
don't have to
Look. See that? It says Human Knight. If it was the horse itself, it would say something like horse creature.
Okay.
Next is Shieldred's Restoration. It is a sorcerer. It has kicker 2 plus a white. That's weird. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. If this spell was kicked, you gain life equal to that card's mana value. Otherwise, you lose that much life. That sucks. Exile Shieldred's Restoration. Worth 15 cents.
No!
Next is Territorial Marrow, whatever. I already have that card, so go ahead and pause it and look at it if you want, but I'm not going to read it. Next card. Next is Wooded Ridgeline, and I already have that one too. Pause it and read it if you want, but it's literally in this same video, so that's fine. Next card. Griffin Protector is the next one. It is a Griffin creature. It's flying. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Griffin Protector gets +1/+1 until end of turn. That art is... There's smoke coming off its tail? What that looks like. Worth 10 cents. Thanks. Next is Juniper Order Root Weaver. It is a human druid creature. It has kicker 1 green. Not 1 and green, just 1 green. When Juniper Order Root Weaver enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Worth 11 cents. Literally, it has a kicker cost. If you pay that, then it is kicked. When this card enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control.
Okay. I know, I'm behind with the times.
Impede Momentum is next. It's a sorcery. It says tap target creature and put 3 stun counters on it. Try 1. It is worth 15 cents.
Don't insert, have a brain seizure.
Okay.
I forgot the word I wanted.
Brain seizure? You mean a seizure? Oh, hey, Morgan, here you go. This one is Phyrexian Warhorse. It is a Phyrexian horse creature. It is the actual horse, yes. Kicker 1 white. When Phyrexian Warhorse enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, create a 1/1 white creature creature token. Soldier white creature token. Tap 1 mana, sacrifice another creature. Phyrexian Warhorse gets +2/+1 until end of turn. I need to slow the fuck down.
That seems like big.
Possibly.
I don't know, it just sounds fucking like rough. Yes.
Okay.
Go against.
Oh. Fuck you mean rough. Next is Idyllic Beachfront. It is a plains island land. Tap this to add white or blue. Idyllic Beachfront enters the battlefield tapped. It is worth 25 cents. Next is Smash to Dust, which is apparently what Morgan just did to his wrist. It is a sorcery. It says choose one, destroy target artifact, destroy target creature with defender. Smash to Dust deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. It's worth 25 cents.
Where is this?
Next is Llanowar Stalker. I swear to God, I have this one too.
Yeah, no, it looks.
It is a creature elf warrior. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Llanowar Stalker gets +1/+0 until end of turn. That's kind of gay, but it's worth 15 cents.
No!
The Goblin Picker. It is a creature goblin. Tap this plus a red, discard a card, draw a card. Worth 12 cents. Next is this monk creature token with prowess.
Wait, it's pronounced monkey.
Okay, it's worth 43 cents.
Not worth any good.
Worth more than most common cards. Crab. And last, we have Crystal Grotto. It is a land. When Crystal Grotto enters the battlefield, scry 1. Tap it, add a diamond. Tap this +1, add any mana of your color. And since we're at the end, I'm going to finally look up what the fuck the diamond symbol means. But first, we have surpassed $600 worth of cards. And we have 1,958 cards.
That's such a really.
I think the last time I had a collection of cards, it was worth like 800. Yeah, because I sold it for half its worth. I sold it for $400.
Why'd you sell it?
Hardships, financial hardships.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Details? You don't like?
Are you?
Then don't share.
Okay. I won't.
That backfired.
Okay. Hey, something's just super duper
Hey, like I said,
simple. Tell me what this is.
like I said, details if you want. Unless that's a dick way of saying it. Oh no, I'm not smart.
Yeah, no, it just means colorless mana. That's all it means. So, that's pretty cool. So, we are almost 3, 2, 1. We are at an hour, so we're gonna cut it there. Thank you for joining me on this stupid adventure of pointless card collecting. Make sure to check out the Twitter where I shitpost on the reg. It's mostly been Doomer posting about the election, but hopefully fun times for everyone. We also have a Patreon where we do like, what did I say? Not reviews, but reactions. I burped. And bloopers to movies and different things. Specifically movies, but also bloopers of other things from this channel probably, and also the podcast that me and my editor Morgan do. It's called Taboo Tater Tots Club Podcast. Go check that out for bullfuckery. Check out the Cash App if you don't want to subscribe to our Patreon. That all money from there will go towards equipment for the channel, or stop doing that please, or magic cards, depending on a couple of things. But thank you for your patronage, thank you for viewing, thank you for clicking, thank you for sharing, thank you for being you, because you're special and Jesus loves you.
He does?
Join me next time where I tell Morgan to shut the fuck up.
Okay, bye.